I actually have an announcement to make about my sex life.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's right.
¿Qué pasó?
What?
So I was talking to one of my friends, Mark, who loves to be shouted out for weird things he does. Not the Mark who's on the show, another Mark. And he was telling me he quit jerking off for a full year, which was last year. Oh, sorry, not quit jerking off. He quit watching porn because he said, it's there's a couple of reasons, but the main ones being like, does it affect you sexually, but also the girls, like you don't know what situation the girls are in. Do they really want to be there? Are they on drugs? Is it bad? Like it's not just
morally.
Morally, right? So I got off the phone with him. I started thinking about this, and I'm going to make a change in my life. From now on, I'm only jerking off to porn stars. Because I know
that they're happy to be there.
We all do our part. If you want to send the Man of the Year award to me, we do have a P.O. box.
You have that goat. Don't you have that big animal
I have
trophy?
the goat, which is for something else. But, yeah, we have
You need to add to your collection.
Yeah. So, I just want to say, hey, I'm doing my part. So no more amateur.
Stand up of you.
Yeah, no more amateur porn. Only girls who I know, make a ton of money.
Yeah, you're giving up the
really fair.
you're giving up
Nice.
the Japanese girl on the bus. You're not watching the groping videos anymore. You're going porn star that you know.
No, outside of this country, it's all off limits.
Off limits.
Who knows what's going on? So but I'm saying in America.
Sure. I'm a big fan of that. I might even take it one step further and only watch porn stars that I've met in real life.
Wow. That's great.
Because it's kind of like when your friends hook you up with merch, you're wearing their merch.
We are.
That's kind of my version for porn.
That's right.
We're wearing, me and Rob we're wearing Gracias California.
Yeah.
They were nice enough to send us some free
Great
gear.
stuff.
And
I got the cutest little sweatshirt for Jack that says "Little Los Angeles Legend."
It's got a recipe.
Tells you how to make guacamole.
First of all, don't touch me. But
wow.
Okay, don't touch me. Go ahead and show 'em. So thank you, Gracias California.
The sweatshirts are awesome. I love the ones.
They're very soft,
comfortable,
and smooth.
It's everything I look for in a. And by the way, this isn't an ad.
This is not an ad.
An ad.
And they did not pay us except in sweatshirts. But that was not payment. That was
trade.
It was straight trades
For life.
Well, that's a very big deal.
Thank you.
And I hope that what you're doing is kind of how we like to say that's you're doing it for the good of humankind, and you're helping, as opposed to hurting.
Yeah. So speaking of watching stuff, I brought it. Oh, what you got something, Jay?
No, I was gonna say I'm kind of watching my own form of porn right now, though. It's called Bridgerton.
I've heard on
Netflix.
I heard you say something, and I've heard girls talking about this.
It's like long form porn, a period piece, and the lead guy is bananas. And I realized
Periods
that if
and
Cutter
bananas.
doesn't speak to me the way the Duke of Hastings speaks to Daphne, I am no longer interested.
I like to eat periods and bananas.
Periods and periods.
I like
Hey, is this
to
like Downton Abbey meets like a Jane Austen?
It's Downton Abbey meets 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So people are fucking?
Big time.
is
But it's
it
not till
graphic?
like episode 5. Oh, I see his whole ass and like
That's nothing,
the whole
dude.
thing.
Has Cutter been getting more sex because of it?
Does he have
No,
to-
because he's not speaking to me like the Duke of Hastings.
So how would you, be real for a second? How would
The
you
Duke
like?
of Hastings told her, "I burn for you," and I was like, "Motherfucker!"
Listen,
Cutter never said that
That's
to
called
me.
chlamydia.
I
pal.
burned for a girl once. It was horrible.
I don't want
it
his
lasted
pee-pee
3
to burn.
weeks.
Gosh.
No, it's so good. It's just it's like I think it's for moms that have been kept cooped up with their family for too long. That's what it's made for. And I
all
just
moms?
found out that the creator's daughter is in Jack's preschool class. I'm about to stalk the fuck out of him for the next 2 months that I live here.
Wow.
My friend that's a mom.
Don't put that on the application.
My
Oh, you
friend
know
that's a
those
mom was like,
Brits.
yeah, he's British. Like, that's the guy. That's
They're known for
so-and-so's
sex.
dad. I was like,
One of the least sexual cultures on the planet, the Brits. And you're telling me now they have
I don't
this?
know. Have you seen Bridgerton?
We gotta get. You're cracking up, Bryce. Bryce, have you seen?
Bryce, have you watched
I feel like
Bridgerton?
you've watched it.
You're going to watch it. It's homework.
Are you
It's
banging a
homework.
girl who's watching it? Is that what's going on? Oh.
Is it good for guys to watch?
Cutter walks by and he's like, what is this? What is this? And then like
Ooh,
he'll walk
what?
by again and be like, Jesus, what is this, Jamie? Like, what's going on? What?
With a
Yes,
hard
that is
T.
He's saying
There's
nudity a little weird.
There's nudity. There's nudity and there's
Is there
nudity.
nudity? Yes,
Is there
Bryce.
nudity?
There's nudity. You freaking
Holy
weirdo.
cow. By the way, he's saying it right. I'm getting right.
Nudity.
Nudity.
Nudity?
Yeah, this is my nudity.
I'm glad, dude. I'm glad you're glad you're swelling up to a new show.
Yeah.
You're engorged.
I'm engorged.
You know what I just watched?
Have you ever locked the door and been like, really, just gonna keep these kids out? Does it get to that, or are you just like
That's
mental?
impossible in my house.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel
it's
so
just-
bad for you. You can't even take a shit without somebody.
I
needing
can't.
it. God damn, that's somebody's
Like mommy's
fetish.
trying to finger herself, Jack.
Oh, come on. Mommy doesn't
I
do that.
draw
She
the
uses
line
her
here.
Hitachi magic wand.
No. What's the sucker? She goes straight
I
clit.
forget what it's called.
Straight. Yeah, it's called the rubber nose.
Ooh,
Something.
I like this saucy Rob. I just
Something.
watched the Autism Love Show.
Ooh,
Love in the Spectrum?
That's the one.
the best.
So good.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely get it. I love these dudes
Yeah.
and gals.
Yeah.
You know, this Michael kid. I hope there's a second season
I
on so
know.
soon. But I've never felt warmer, envious, but also so. But there's times you feel so sad for them. They have
Well, when they say, they're like, why wouldn't anybody think that we don't want to fall in love? Like that we don't want the same
Exactly.
things as you.
And you know the thing is, you don't even really know they're autistic until the check comes, because then they don't know what to do. They don't know who's
It's
going to
just
pay
a social
for it.
Tipping must be insane. My
Oh, their
aunt
goodbyes are so
they
awkward.
process things way better than we
The
do.
conversation's fine. It's like, and what are your interests? And do you like animals? You know, and that's all fine. And then the check comes, and they're both like, ha ha ha. Do you want to? And you know, goodbye. That part completely
Yeah.
autistic. Everything else totally fine. They seem to have very healthy relationships with
Very,
their parents.
Very.
Their parents.
The
Love
guy
it.
takes out his wallet. It's like the size of a suitcase, you know, and he's like rifling. There's so many. It's like like that must be an autistic thing. Like if somebody gives you a business card, you can't I just toss them. Like they
Yeah,
must
they
hold every
save
single one of them
it.
and on them at all times.
Dude, and they all love trains. Oh,
And
they all-
cosplay,
trains, cosplay,
dinosaurs.
miniature boats. The guy who likes dinosaurs.
When he got in the car with his
My heart.
dad.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
Wow, you remember details, Jamie.
Well, I mean, he was upset. He was like, she wasn't the one,
he
or
took
whatever.
her. He took her to the dinosaur exhibit, and he was like,
Yeah.
and this is a Stegosaurus, and they're known for eating fucking grass or whatever. And she was like, in her interview, she's like, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I just can't get a word in edgewise. It's like, dude, this is his fucking passion.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you should have been on the date with him. You would have loved it.
Is
And at the
Cutter
end, and
calling
it
you?
always at the end, the autism really comes out. Like, okay, like, goodbye. Maybe I'll see you again. You know, it's
Yeah.
It changed my whole view on autism.
Yeah, she hated them before.
absolutely. I remember how you would
Oof.
just use the slurs.
Real rough.
Asperger's.
Yeah.
I have Asperger's. The
Really
accents.
changed my really not changed my view, just like broadened my view, just made me I feel like understand a whole lot more. And I think that that's the purpose of these things, is to make you realize that different people aren't, like, we look at it as a disability, and it's just different. That's all it is. And I think that the more visibility we have of just these people living their everyday lives is
Yeah.
so important.
Man, where were you when Cassim was growing up, huh?
Where were you,
It would have been great. Like he's just
I
different.
was on Sopranos.
dude? That
straight.
Asian guy he seemed to have a little rougher than
Oh,
the
I
rest of
loved
them,
his
but
dad too.
he was drawing. Yeah, all the dads. He was drawing those big busty anime girls. I was like, I did that. I drew,
Yeah.
I drew chicks with big old busty.
You're like, oh, he's using the wrong pencil.
Bo, there's this new Netflix movie that came out called We Can Be Heroes. Bo has watched it probably 11 times this week
Is there-
in the last 5 days. There's a little girl in it. And Cutter and I realized, because I was like, he's watching this movie. And Cutter's like, he's in love with the little girl.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, he is.
Hell
So I
yeah,
went
dude.
over. I was like, Bo, what do you think about her? And he immediately got like bright red. And he's like, what do you mean? She's cool. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
You have a real crush.
Are you sure Gabby just wasn't doing the color correcting in your house?
Oh, back to old Gabby, huh?
Bird.
Gabby.
You're making my friend
I was not trying to
red-faced.
set you up there.
I mean, it's just crazy.
We would ask Gabby to come on the show, but we don't have another microphone.
Budget cuts, COVID.
What did I just want to say?
You were going to go
Fuck.
into something when I cut you off about Bridgerton, so I digress.
Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, well, yes, which is in reality, like when you say like you don't speak to me like the Duchess of York, what do you really want him like in your ideal thing? You went home right now, you walk in, take all your clothes off. No, I'm just kidding. You walk in, you take your shoes off, and then he sees you. What do you want?
So I like to be, I like words of affirmation. Like I want him to tell me how much he appreciates what I did today and who I am, and then dominate me.
You heard it, Fart Simpson. Yes.
Now,
So that's
I have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question for you.
I felt like that was like the black and white answer without all the bullshit in between.
What exactly do you mean by dominate?
Like I want him to be the aggressor. I want him to, I like somebody to take action. Like I don't want to be like, what do you want, baby? Like I don't want
Right.
that. Like tell me you see me and you appreciate me and you love me and that makes me feel whole, and now like be my man.
Now feel my hole.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So women like this, huh?
Well, I like this. This is what
A
I
little
like.
rough play.
I didn't say rough. Dominate doesn't mean rough. Maybe I should be like just be
Like beat you in a video game really bad.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. Oh.
Yeah, like try and beat me in backgammon. He can't.
Right. Oof.
If you can beat me in backgammon, I'm impressed.
This is not a joke. I really want to know. So let's say you beat Cutter 20 times in a row in backgammon, and then
Such
he
a
beats
turn-off.
you. And then he beats you. Are you like, oh, I kind of want to fuck right now?
Yeah.
Wow. See, that's women, bro. We think like guys think you know sometimes. Like, you think you know in your kids. You're like, oh, I know what she likes. I know what she likes. It's like guys would never guess like, oh man, if I beat her in backgammon, she's gonna want to fuck. Like never.
Yeah, you know what guys are thinking about? Like, oh man, I'm gonna poke my boner through my shorts and hopefully she sees it.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse.
Yeah, it's like oh, if when I walk by while she's getting something in the refrigerator and I rub her ass, like she's gonna want to fuck.
Nope.
Yeah, rubber
I
ass,
know.
but like also to graze the butthole with my middle finger. Yeah,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah, and
girls
then you-
love that
yeah.
shit. Girls love that shit. Check the dipstick. Wow, all you gotta do is gotta beat you in checkers or some shit, huh? Okay.
If you're named Jamie, Lynn Sigler.
So like, what's really
Jamie Lynn Sigler.
that's why all you LA girls love game night, huh? Because you leave there and you just want to
LA
fuck.
girl?
Jamie, you live in
Jamie.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're so LA, I'm gonna call you Jaime, dude.
Jaime, dude.
with your
What up,
avocado
Jaime?
sweatshirt.
What up, Jaime, dude?
It's me, Casimir Jaime, dude.
You guys are speaking your own language.
We are.
Oh
man.
my God! Wait. Speaking of that, me and Casim were
When
sitting.
you get excited about something, you
Oh,
do this
yeah.
with the
so
mic.
good,
Dude,
dude. He's like jerking me.
we're just hitting all of my notes right now. I'm loving it because that
Amazing.
was another one where it's like, well, I'll stick with that one. Bryce. So, me and Casim were sending each other fucking voice notes the other night and just laughing like
Yeah.
real.
Like
Yeah.
we were in love.
Yeah, like next level laughter. And there was one of them that I must have listened to 10 times, and I sent it to Bryce to play on here.
Oh no, this is between me
No.
and you.
If you don't like it, we'll cut it
Oh,
out, but
it's
it's fine.
fine.
I made sure it was one where you didn't say anything crazy. So here.
Making him the bad guy. Can you imagine? What did he expect he was gonna use CGI to make the bald guy the bad guy?
Yo, I listened to
Dude,
this.
this makes no sense to anyone
Like,
listening.
you're
Perfect.
So
I
happy,
know.
though.
It didn't make sense
so
to Jamie.
funny.
She's laughing.
He was
it's
making me laugh
literally,
so
there's
hard.
nothing better than like when you can't get a word out because you're laughing so hard. That is such
It's
a
making me
great
sweat
feeling.
just thinking about how hard I was laughing.
Me too, I
I can't
swear.
remember the last time I've laughed that hard.
When you it was a while ago, but when we played that Fart Simpson prank call for you, you were out for the count.
Yes.
But this made me realize something about, like, I was thinking about life after, like, we were laughing so hard. It was like, I think when I look back at moments in my life that are so, like, I really look back at times where I was laughing really hard with my friends, and I'm like, those are some of the best moments in my life, and it's because anything else that anyone's doing, it's like there's a small chance you could be faking it. Like, maybe this isn't genuine. Like, you're always kind of checking for, like, is somebody being rude? Do they really mean that? Why are they saying this? And when you're hysterical laughing, you can't do that. Like, somebody's not faking. They're like, you could fake like like, sure, haha. But when somebody's like, tears are coming out, because even tears coming out of girls' faces when they're crying, you faked it, right? Yeah.
Talk about a turn on.
Exactly. So, yeah. So you could fake that, but when you're like really genuinely laughing, like, I think there's a podcast you sent me, and the guy's talking about, like, you know, your frequency changes when you experience something like that. And it's like when you come out of belly laughing with your friends. It's that literally like, whoo.
You know, like, that's what I wrote down. What I wanted more in 2021 was more belly laughs.
Really?
Yeah, because it is. It's just, it's a euphoric feeling. You feel, it's like a high. Like, you feel it in all of your body. I actually did laugh the other day. You know how Bo will, like, make jokes and then laugh after them?
Right.
So Jack is in this thing where he has to repeat everything Bo says and, like, get my same reaction, and I'll just, like, give it to him, whatever. So, like, Bo said something. He's like, oh, the Wi-Fi, ha, ha, ha. And it's like, ha, ha, Bo. And then Jack, so quick backstory, we've been trying to potty train him, and he is like, no, fuck you. No, I'm wearing diapers till I'm 11. And so he was like, Mama. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to go pee-pee in the potty. Ha, 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 ha. Like, that was the funniest joke he could play on me, was to just, like, punk me that he was going to go pee on the potty.
Welcome
I was
to
like,
comedy.
well played, Jack. Well played.
And Jack, that'll never get old. That kind of humor.
Jack made me laugh hysterically the other day.
Oh, my gosh. You were laughing so hard.
I laughed so... That was a real belly laugh.
That was.
Like, I had tears coming out of my face.
Yeah.
It was, but... I don't even know. I'll describe it because we're talking about it, but I don't even think you can.
No, you wouldn't even get it if you heard the story. It was just like a weird random comment he threw out, but the way he said it, and
it was
moment.
Like, because Jamie there was like a little reindeer on the counter, and he was like in one of his like scrambling around looking for stuff, and he went to go to the reindeer, and right as he was about to grab the reindeer, Jamie was like, no, like, Jack, you already broke that. And I looked at the reindeer, and one of the antlers was snapped off, which was like, hit me like, oh, that's kind of funny. And then when he went to grab it, Cutter grabbed him away, and he went, no, it's a doggy. And like, just the way that he did it.
No, he was like, oh, it's a good doggy.
Yeah, he was like, it's okay, it's a doggy. And when he said it, the way he said it, and like Cutter swooping him away, and the whole thing, it just hit me.
Yeah.
So fucking perfect. And I laughed for a while. And you guys were like, what the hell are you laughing
You
at?
laughed for a long time. And then Bo was doing that thing where he was like fake laughing because he was trying to be part of like whatever you were laughing at.
I think because like Cutter's niece was there too. And she's like, what is this guy laughing?
No, not at all.
I
It's the best. When people laugh like that is actually the only time I'm jealous in my life. Is when people are belly laughing, and I so want to be in there with them, and I'm not.
When me and Rob like met, we had like almost every night we would get high, and then just talk about what happened during the day, and then like bits would, we'd build bits on top of bits, and like by the end of the night or the next morning, we had our own like the language was different,
That's important to you. You're a big bit guy.
Love a good bit.
You like somebody who could do bits with you.
Love
you
somebody
need to put that on your profile. Looking for a girl that can do some bits.
I actually believe that Kasim is like a guy I've never met before, which is, and I'm just saying this could be a very long time ago, this could be whenever, when I've asked him about girls he's seeing, and I'm like, hey, what do you, like, how's stuff with this girl or whatever? He's like, man, I'm so funny when I'm with her. Kasim judges how much he likes a girl by how funny he is.
I respect that. I get that.
I think it's super important because to me, everything else looks, all that stuff kind of like eventually fades. We're both the goal is for both of us to look like two ugly toads in our 90s.
Laughing.
But like, if we got bits and we can do bits and make other people laugh and make each other laugh, to me, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Well, let's
Brad.
take a quick sec to tell you guys about our favorite, our Steadfast and True, Braddock USA. Look at these new prints. Those are on their YouTube and these new fabrics. They are the daily face covers and masks and scarves that you need. Most comfortable, here, display them, Cass. Breathable, affordable face masks available. Produced right here in the US of A. They are premium upcycled t-shirt material, super soft, eco-friendly, machine washable, handmade in LA. We can't say enough about them. We just put in our orders. And look, they have apparel as well. Look at this awesome sweatshirt. So cool, so cozy, comfortable.
Jamie.
This is mine. So now when you go to check out their website at BraddockUSA.com, you will see they already have great prices, but for a limited time, they're offering an additional 20% off with promo code PJPants.
PJ Pants.
Match us, get yours. It's the only masks we wear. Again, that's 20% off your entire order with promo code PJPants at BRADDOCKUSA.com, BraddockUSA.com with promo code
PJ Pants.
PJPants.
PJ Pants. Support the people that support the show, especially our oldest, longest running
Truly.
sponsor, BraddockUSA.com.
You know, Jamie, some people say romance starts at...
With your butthole. Mm-hmm. But if you're Cutter Dykstra, it does. But the only way to make your butthole lovable is with a Hello Tushy, you guys. It's the spray that keeps on giving. It's the future of toileting. It's technically been around for centuries, but hideously expensive, costing thousands of dollars. But now, you can have the brand new Hello Tushy 3.0 modern bidet attachment for a much more affordable price. It is eco-friendly. It is easy to install. You guys, it doesn't just cleanse your butt with a precise stream of fresh water. It cleans itself before and after it's used with this Smart Spray automatic self-cleaning nozzle. It's just attaches to your existing toilet, so it requires no electricity or additional plumbing. It cuts toilet paper use by 80%, which I love. So the Hello Tushy bidet pays for itself in just a few months.
You know how you're supposed to wake up in the morning and like chug a glass of water
Like
every
Rob
day?
does, like 157 ounces every morning,
I'm
right?
pretty sure
Yeah, roughly.
you have to do the same thing with your butthole. Every morning, get a spritz.
That's right.
Drink some water, drink a full glass, hydrate, and then hydrate your butthole.
There you go. And you guys, show yourself a little love for this Valentine's Day, for the rump you love to hump. So this Valentine's Day, give the gift of Hello Tushy. Go to hellotushy.com/pajama to get 10% off plus free shipping. This is a special offer just for our listeners, so go to hellotushy.com/pajama for 10% off. hellotushy.com/pajama.
I love Tushy so much that now when people are like, hey, you want to go here? When I think about traveling or anything, the first thing that comes to mind is like, fuck, I'm going to have to wipe my ass with just toilet paper, like baby wipes, and not that. The Tushy is a game changer.
Yes.
Absolute game changer. You've
Yes.
been trying to get me to do it for years, and I'm finally on board. Now I want one for every toilet.
Yeah, I'll never go back. And I do think a little bit less of people when they're like, oh, I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
bidet, like I just wipe, like, oh, really?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. You have a film. Oh, you're saying you have a film of gunk on your butt. Yeah.
yeah, walking around with it all day.
Well,
Every
you guys.
time you walk.
hellotushy.com/pajama. Don't
Clean
have
it up.
that ring around your butt.
Clean it up.
Bum bum.
I got a shout out for somebody. So there's a guy on YouTube named Creeny or Krenny. It's Kreni. And what he's been doing is he watches every episode we do, and then he comments in the comments every single time we make a reference to any kind of film, television, music, and then he puts a link so people who have never seen whatever we're talking about can go check it out.
That's so
Wow.
cool.
How awesome is that?
We got to learn how to say his
For
name
free?
correctly. Thanks,
What?
Creeny.
For free?
He just does. He
Like
just
our own
it's his
guy.
thing. Yeah.
Wow.
What? What'd you say? Oh, Bryce pays him.
Bryce is
Bryce,
making
you
a
pay
joke
him.
over there, but he doesn't know we have headphones on and we can't hear him.
Okay, headphones on. I want to get these off, so let's do that thing. Okay, so there was a clip we watched almost like a month ago now, which Gabby didn't feel like being a producer and getting it ready for me the last couple shows, but now we have it, so we won't talk about that.
I am so okay. Go ahead. I'm so upset at Gabby.
We're gonna show the if I could just turn Jamie now, it'll be all three of us. We're gonna show the first clip, which has no subtitles, right, Bryce? So here, there's no subtitles on here. Jamie, I want to know what you hear this kid say. By the way, for reference, this is a movie on Netflix I was watching, and I happened to have the subtitles on, And that's all. Jamie, here you go.
Okay.
What did you just say?
He's such a dick.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what he said. Now, see, this is why I love Jamie and you.
It sounded different than when I heard it.
No, it didn't.
What'd
You
you
just
think it
had it in
said?
your head. No, wait, don't say it. Here is the clip now played with the subtitles, Jamie, on Netflix. I was watching with the subtitles on.
You're such a...
That's what it said.
Let's bleep it. She's on Disney now.
It's cut off.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what it said, though.
Yes.
You know, it's...
What is even
I've
that
heard it.
word? I've heard that, but I don't even know what it means.
I heard it as dick the first time without the subtitles. And the subtitles
Let me see it again now.
is influencing me.
You mean what I've been saying this whole
What
time?
you've been saying the whole time. It's a
What-
Laurel and a Hardy.
Let me see.
What's the Laurel and
Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy.
There's a time you're going to have to just let me be right because I'm going to be. Here's. Clearly,
Yeah.
and by the way,
Yeah.
the movie had nothing to do with hating
It's
Jewish
'cause
people.
Our heads don't go to that word. They would go to dick. But that's
But it
what
is.
said.
He says dick.
Yeah, I heard
No.
it.
I
heard
promise
it as the
you.
Other, I heard it as the other one.
I heard
this
it as the
time.
other one now.
I promise you, I watched this film. It has no. So you said you don't
What
know.
is this film?
You said it's just a movie about aliens on Netflix.
Hell yeah.
You don't know what that word means
I know it's derogatory. I forget.
towards
what it's-
Jewish people.
Okay.
But I'm saying, Jamie, if that line was in the script, it would be the most mind-blowing moment in film. It's like a Lawrence Fishburne legit movie about aliens. Nothing odd about the entire rest of the movie. And then his friend, it's so obvious if you watch. He goes,
Whoever's
dick.
typing in subtitles is trying to just be a dick.
Yeah, is it an algorithm, automatic?
No.
Or do you think somebody's got
No,
it? I don't know.
someone's got it out.
Somebody's got to do that.
Look, I want to say I'm sorry. And
It's about for what? Because there's so much.
no, I think we should all agree that you're right, and then we should turn this ire towards Gabby.
For
What
making
did
the
Gabby
fans
do?
making the fans wait a month for that.
Oh.
Jesus,
oh,
Gab.
Right.
Jesus, Gab.
I got some emails.
Let's do it.
Should we do
Read
some?
one.
Thanks for sending emails, by the way. We have a thick old stack. You can send them to askpajamapants@gmail.com. And within 3 to 6 months, we'll get yours read on air, okay?
Oh wait, really quick, can we do the PO box?
Yes.
PO box. It is 10866 Washington Boulevard, number 152, Culver City, California 90230. Gabby's gonna put it right here. She could finally do something around here. And people keep asking us on Instagram DMs, hey, what's address if we want to send anything? That's our PO box. And Gabby will also put it in the information on our YouTube channel under our location. That's what she will do.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. This one's titled Rob Moving to Texas.
Question
It's
mark?
from Jordan. Hey guys, love the podcast and everything y'all are working on. I really
Yes.
appreciate all the content. It means a lot while I'm working and really helps make the day go by and keeps me in a good mood. Just wanted to welcome you and Jamie to Texas, and I would be happy if y'all moved here. I don't have social media, but I tell all my friends about you guys, so thanks for everything, Jordan.
Jordan, I'm coming.
So I want to talk about this.
Your country wrote us an email.
I'm from Jordan, yes. What's this podcast going to look like? This year, maybe the end of this year, we get people that worry that this isn't going to go anywhere,
No.
or we're going to split up, or I don't know. We've kind of addressed it in piecemeal form, but I
Right.
feel like we can do a sort of state of the pod where we see Pajama Pants in 2021, almost like a State of the Union.
Only one thing is for sure. This background, gone.
Yeah, Cutter hates it.
Say
I
goodbye
hate
to the
it.
background, guys. All the super alpha heterosexual guys hate the colors, which includes me. I fucking hate this shit. I want something black. I want something with skulls and flames or skull flames.
You want like some Godsmack stuff?
Godsmack stuff. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay. So we
Take
are
it
gonna
away,
change.
Jamie.
We are gonna change the look of it. So well, maybe we'll auction this shit off for money or charity.
Oh, Gabby
for
needs
cash. Yeah.
Well, I think there's a couple of variables, and they're my fault, and I apologize.
Not your fault.
That being said, I mean,
They are.
I have the best replacement ever, which is Gabby.
See, but people are gonna think you actually mean that we're gonna replace
I
you.
have zero intention of leaving this show, and I have every intention of figuring out how we can continue to make it work. I think that
Because
it's not
why?
worth talking because I love it
No,
so
but
much.
like, what would cause you to even think about making it work? What's happening?
Well, I'm waiting to hear about a television show, a pilot, that if it's going to get picked up, which would cause me to move somewhere that might not allow me to come back here
God, I hope she
in
gets
person.
it.
And if that's the case, we'll figure out some really high-tech, fancy thing where we can have a conversation that is appealing audibly and visually.
Yeah.
Or we're just heading to Austin, which could either mean, us getting together a couple of days a month or getting you guys actually down there with me. Again, it's all my fault. These are all my choices that I'm making everybody figure out how to work around, and I'm sorry for that. But unfortunately, or no, not unfortunately, but I live a life that involves other people as well and not just myself. So I've got to, make compromises. But I'm fortunate that I have these two guys that don't want to get rid of me, and we'll figure it out. Is that a good enough answer?
I think it's great.
Perfect.
I think so. There's a chance that you are gonna move to Austin. It's kind of just when you're gonna move to Austin is the
I
question.
am moving to Austin.
You're for sure moving.
My home base will be Austin, Texas.
But you may be here for a while, or you may be somewhere else. Okay.
I
Great.
haven't even contacted my children's schools. Like, I'm literally sitting here waiting to find
Right.
out what to do with my life.
And I think Rob would probably also go to Austin.
Speak for me, babe.
Well, he said he would come down, stay with me, spend some time, get a feel for the city, see if he liked it. I mean, you can't ask. I already asked him to move to LA, and I'm not going to make him move to Texas. 2 years
Yeah, I'm
later
just gonna
without
follow
seeing
you all
it.
around the country. I love you that much.
Well, we're adopting him, remember?
Yeah, I am ready to get out of LA for sure. If that's a move, Texas sounds great. I'm down to go to Texas. I'm down to try somewhere new. They have poker there. Obviously, I want to keep this podcast going because I have no one in my life and nothing else going on. Deadly combo.
I feel like too. I mean, Cass, I know your family's here and stuff, but like Austin is becoming this kind of vortex like place where I feel like a lot of every day I get an email being like, "Wait, are you moving to Austin? Because I know this and this and this person that are also moving to Austin." I just feel like, sorry, Austin, if you don't like all us people from Cali coming, but
we're coming for a reason.
We're coming.
We're coming
Like,
for a reason.
I think
Yeah,
Austin
a
likes
lot
it. It's the rest of Texas that doesn't want it.
Right.
Well, I think it's kind of cool because I actually read an article the other day from this guy welcoming people from California to Austin in particular, and just being like, here's how you can support your new city. And like support these local businesses and hire these local people and like make sure that this is what make sure you be nice because that's what we
Did it
are
get political in any way?
Not at all. It was
Love
just
that.
about being a good person, and this is what we believe people from Austin are like. And if you're coming here, we hope you maintain this.
What
I
are
think that was super
people
cool.
like in Austin? I've only
I
been
think
there
they're
a couple
they're
times.
smart. I think they're hip. I think they're innovative. I think they're creative, but they're kind. Even if we were masked and other stuff, but like people were courteous and kind. It felt like a very nice place. I drove by the high school and seeing all the different ages of Pee Wee football all the way up to high school, of them all practicing. And like, I got that vibe of being like, I want to be on the Friday Night Lights, like stands with my solo cup, like cheering on Bo or Jack
Yeah,
or
Uncle
whatever.
Rob will be right there.
Uncle Rob.
Or Brother Rob, whatever I am at the time.
Or
Whatever,
Brother.
yeah, whatever.
We said that would be some cool clickbait news if they were like, Meadow adopts AJ.
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Sigler becomes Robert Eiler's mother.
Yep.
That'd be sick.
Oh,
Officially.
I have family here.
Yeah.
My family moved here recently.
You
from
think people
Hawaii.
care?
Your family moved here from Hawaii?
They want to know about me and Jamie.
You know, Rob.
Your family moved here from Hawaii?
Well, that's the last place they were at.
Your parents?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they retired and left Hawaii. Who does
They
that?
lived here, then went to Hawaii, then came back.
They were in Hawaii for like 15 years total.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
After
and
you graduated high school?
They were there after. They were, yes, almost right after. So look,
Interesting.
I would love to visit Austin, and I potentially also have some work here coming up
Right,
that I'm waiting
that's
to hear
right.
back on. So
Big deal, Cass.
I may, dude. Whew, look for me everywhere.
Huge.
And this
Look
is
for
not his own pod. This is something
No,
real.
this is cool.
No, my own pod dropping tomorrow, coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna cover all the topics. Okay, we're talking about aliens. We're talking about Jeffree Star, fucking Kanye West. It covers all of it. So yeah, I would love to visit. You know, I do feel like there's a way easy that we can do it, make it work between Zoom and in person and all that. So definitely don't worry about pajama pants. We're not going anywhere.
If this podcast makes enough money, legit, I would get a 2-bedroom so that every time you come, you just have a place to stay.
Or you guys can play, since we has a place to stay with me too.
Guys could play.
Yeah.
You guys could play. Yeah, you always got a place to stay with me.
Well, I
babe.
appreciate
Bo's got a
it.
bunk bed, you know.
Would love to shack up with Bo. Absolutely. I'm sure that'd be very healthy for him. All right, so there you go. That's the state of the pod.
Yeah.
There's
2021.
There's a picture I want to show you guys that has made me extremely angry lately, and I want you.
Oh, I want to see Angry Rob again.
I want you guys to look at it and tell me what you think this guy's looking at right here.
Oh. It could be so many things.
I
feel like since
I'm looking for
Okay.
a reflection in his glasses.
Jamie, can you just
Enhance.
describe what you're looking at?
Okay, it is a
Say it, Jamie.
middle-aged Asian man with glasses, looking horrified, mouth agape. It looks like he's in a dark room with like a light, so maybe he got scared. But I see like lights, like weird lights in the reflection of his glasses.
You know what he looks like?
He sees an alien.
He looks like he's in. You remember those
I know this look.
photo booths back in the day that you would pay like $1 and you go in and it would take like 4 photos.
Yeah.
And this looks like the second picture. Like he had no
He
idea.
wasn't ready.
Yeah, he didn't
But
know
this
that
is
was coming.
Cass when he saw his first boobies.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen this look, okay? This guy's watching competitive video games.
No. By the way, I wish it wouldn't make me angry at all. So what it
This
is?
guy's watching Street Fighter 5,
This is an Asian dude.
Super Smash Brothers.
More shocked that he can't get more shocked than this, right? This is the most shocked this guy will ever be in his life.
Yeah, he's horrified.
We're confirmed now.
Possibly.
Okay.
Dude,
This
I'd love
is-
to fit something in his mouth.
This was a commercial for The Masked Singer, and they revealed that it was Wendy Williams.
Ugh. I
And that's
fucking
his
hate Wendy
discovery
Williams.
of Wendy Williams.
This is him when they took the head off of like the pumpkin
They
or
cut
whatever
to
it
him.
was. What?
They cut to this guy.
They cut to this guy, and this is his. Could you fucking piece of shit? What's going on in your fucking life? I'm so. Oh my god! This.
he
if
was
I could
being
fucking,
a good audience member.
No,
he was
no,
giving
no.
them what they wanted.
It's in his eyes,
He wants
Jamie.
to be invited back.
It's in his eyes.
does.
He's being sincere right there. He's
That is
so
a sincere man.
caught up in the
Do
moment.
we have a video of it?
I don't, but he's so caught up in the fucking moment of like, God, is there anything that means less in the world than taking the fucking head off of Wendy Williams as the Masked Singer?
I fucking hate Wendy Williams more
Oh,
than
I
anything.
don't really like her
and The
either.
Masked Singer is a show that I just don't get, period. But
You know,
so angry.
I've actually never called people out, but I was a guest on her show
you were.
Call her the fuck out,
She's a
Jamie.
fucking piece of shit.
prior to me coming out about MS. And I tried to wear at least high-heeled boots, and I like walked out, and like to go on her show, you have to like walk down these stairs, walk across the stage, and walk upstairs.
Oh,
onto
do you
her
see
thing.
Jamie walking in? She stumbled a little
So
bit.
I was probably limping a little bit because of my MS, and I sat down, and she immediately goes, "What's wrong with you? What are you limping across the stage for?"
Oh,
And I sat being like, "You fucking bitch." Like, she doesn't know that I'm hiding like a very large disease. Like, I'll give her that, but that's like, why are you starting my interview like that?
No.
That's obviously not. I don't want to fucking talk about it.
She comes out with like a drink in her hand, and then she comes out and like reads. She's basically reading Us magazine to an audience.
Yes.
Right. And meanwhile, she doesn't verify anything. She just spouts rumors off, unsubstantiated, and she's like ruining people's lives.
Yep.
She looks like James Earl Jones from the first Conan the Barbarian, the
Oh.
one where he turns into a snake.
Wow.
She just recently, I think, relapsed.
I just threw another log on your fire.
you
already
did.
had
No,
one
she's
going.
she's legitimately a bad
You want
person.
to know what's worse though? I had asked prior if I could just already be out there instead of having to make an entrance because
Right.
I was so panicked about the walk there.
Yeah.
I used to always panic on talk shows.
Yeah,
being
'cause-
like, I just don't want to walk I just want to be sitting there
Right.
already. And most of the time they'd be like, no problem. She said no.
right.
So she knew that there was an issue. with me not wanting to do that and had to.
So
and
she's
I was like,
hoping it's like, oh, Jamie, she's got a problem on our show. She stumbled, like it goes viral. That clip goes viral. She
got nothing.
She is not a journalist. She is lucky that she gets the airtime she does. She takes advantage of unemployed housewives that keep the TV on after the morning news. It's the first show that comes on after Good Day LA, and people that are just leave their TV on or they leave it on during the day for their dogs to watch. More dogs are watching the Wendy Williams show than human beings. She has no talent.
That's what an audience member in
she's
Wendy
hurtful.
Williams does. That when I walked on stage, this guy was like,
Oh, you piece of shit. I fucking hate this guy.
Let's also talk about one of my favorite products in the world. I've been lucky enough to use one of these since the very beginning, like the very first prototype. Gets passed around our house, shared. You each have one of your own. We're talking about Theragun. It's the handheld percussive therapy device that releases your deepest muscle tension using a scientifically calibrated combo of depth, speed, power, and guess what now? It's as quiet as an electric toothbrush. The Gen 4 Theragun doesn't just feel good. It is the source. It gets to the source of the pain by releasing tension. It feels so good. I use it on the bottom of my feet. There's different attachments. There's just super soft, which I kind of use on my face sometimes. Back of my head, back of my neck feels amazing. Also, there's an app. The OLED screen and design make you feel like you're holding something from the future. The app can tell you, learn from your behaviors and give you guided routines and therapy sessions for yourself. You use it on yourself. It is trusted by 250 professional sport teams like Real Madrid and elite athletes like Paul George, DeAndre Hopkins, Maria Sharapova, hundreds of thousands of customers, and me, their very first one.
Jamie Lee.
So try Theragun for 30 days starting at only $199. Go to Theragun.com/pajama right now and get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That's Theragun.com/pajama, Theragun.com/pajama.
I wrote a song for them, Jamie.
Let's hear it.
Jamie's got a gun.
Yes, she does.
Jamie's got a Theragun. There you go.
Muscle pain is gone.
Oh, nice.
Massage you. Now, Jamie, tell them all the details about the Theragun, please.
.com/pajama.
I hate her.
This makes me so, because this is so not
He looks
real
like the guy
life.
from the Autism
This is the
Show.
opposite of belly laughing. Like, this guy is such a fucking, this is so fake.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't
this
like
is-
fake.
I just hate that, like, and I also hate that, like, he was so, like, I don't think it's fake as in he was faking it so much. I think it's like, this is fake life. Like, he was so caught up in the moment of, like, being on the stage. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know who Wendy Williams was.
Didn't, of course
How
not.
did you find this? Were you watching The Masked Singer?
No, so I use Yahoo email.
Yeah.
Wow. Putting that out there, bro. I use Yahoo.
You must be a hacker.
I support my local businesses. That's what I do. And when I sign on, sometimes there's like a thing there, and it's like, it was like Masked Singer revealed or whatever, and like I fucking watched it, and this guy's face was there, and I lost my shit.
The
I was
amount of
just so
marketing that
angry.
show does is incredible.
I was so angry.
I don't know what happened when season 1 came out. No one watched it, and then somehow between like seasons 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, it became the biggest. You know what happened? I think I remember somebody telling me this. It took off in other countries.
The American one.
Well, they do a version of it in other countries. They do like a fucking Russian one or like a Spanish one. So those all
Well,
did
now they
well.
have The Masked Dancer.
Yes.
Not interested. How can you tell who somebody is by how they're dancing?
It's stupidity at its.
And is Ken
Have
Jeong
they
on
ever
this show?
gotten it right?
Oh, and then he's like, "Oh my god!"
Ken Jeong is like this.
Yeah,
He's
this
this
is his
version,
energy.
but a judge. He's
Right.
like,
It's Ken Jeong energy.
Oh yeah, I got that Ken Jeong energy.
That's
Yeah, and then he
Ken Jeong
runs
every
around the thing. And,
Yeah.
and by the way, like you said, I've never seen an episode. I don't have social media, and somehow it's in my life. Like, there's commercials of it, I think, when you watch, like, TV shows on demand. And you know what? Let's go full Angry Rob. I'll tell you what else has been making me real. How do you feel about that, James?
I'm in.
Should I go?
Yep.
Something else has been making me so fucking angry is a 90 Day Fiance. It's back, new season. Fucking all-star cast, incredible. If you've never seen it, if you love it,
Same people?
Like some are new, some are the
Okay.
same. Like really, just they've continued.
Is friend of the show Big Ed on it?
No, he's not. Not friend of the show. By the way,
not friend of the show.
Why?
No.
He
And
didn't.
He
he
didn't
didn't
come on the show.
Casman sent him an email. He said, "Hey, send me an email. I want to come on the show," and then he didn't answer. Guys, fraud.
He's our number one view.
Yeah, call us in 3 years. We'll want you on then.
He's our best view. Remember when he said that?
Yeah. So anyway, this guy, putting everything aside in his life, he lives with his uncle. He lived in a house with his uncle, and he says he wants to move this girl in from Kiev, the Ukraine, and goes. That's the punchline. And goes. Yeah, I want you to move in with me. He has to go through all the stuff and the filings and the lawyers. He's paying all this money. And she goes, okay, well, if I'm coming there, I don't want your uncle to live in the house. Like, he has to go. So now she's like,
Look at her
Jesus,
putting her
okay.
foot down already.
Yeah, so she has to throw this poor guy out, like lives in the woods, helps him. So now... Why are you laughing at that?
Lives in the
Lives
woods,
in the
helps him.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
he now is like, all right, I'm finally picking her up at the airport. This is the biggest moment of his life.
He's gotten rid of his uncle.
Uncle's gone, hit the bricks, right? He packed them up crying. They're all like fucking emotional.
Wait, his uncle or her uncle?
His uncle.
She
She
said,
told
I'm not
him he's
coming without the uncle being
Yeah,
gone.
she said, I'm
Love
coming. Get that guy out of the house. She's like, I don't want to
Get
live
him
with
out.
whatever. Bryce, we could take this Asian guy's picture, or you want me to stay really angry?
Yeah.
I could get real fucking pissed if you want. So now he's like, okay, I gotta go to the airport. I'm gonna get a hotel because he lives 3 hours or 2 hours away from Seattle, but he works in Seattle, so he commutes every day. Insane. So he says to her, he gets a hotel in Seattle so that they can go right from the airport to the hotel. Beautiful view. Like, he really set it up with that, like, fucking, what is that?
Space Needle?
The Space Needle thing. The whole bit, right? He picks her up at the airport. She just fucking, this is like the biggest moment of his life. And he's fucking standing there with a dozen roses. And she walks up and goes, oh, why are these purple?
Ugh.
The first thing
sweetheart.
she says,
Jamie.
they're just meeting.
Jamie.
I
And listen, here's.
What's he look like?
I was put in a conundrum, by the way, because I'm like, well, in my head, I want dating on the spectrum, right? I want people to be honest. I want them to say what they're feeling.
Right.
But this,
No, that's mean.
this is just fucking insane. By the like, how do you?
No
true
dating on the
villain.
spectrum person would be like, get rid of your uncle. They'd be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
that's your life.
They'd be
She
like, oh,
hot?
and they'd be like, oh my god, flowers, like super pumped.
How's she
you know?
look?
By the way, they've met before. They know that they're into each other. They've spent time
Oh.
together in Kiev.
Oh, okay.
This is the first.
Every time you say Kiev, I'll laugh, okay?
Well, I think she might say
So
Kiev.
specific.
It's too specific.
Yeah, so he gives flower and she's like, ugh, like purple flowers. This instantly starts having a problem. They go to dinner. She's like, wow, you really like meat, huh? And she's like, I think maybe we do one week, and he's like, I love meat. It's my whole life. And she's like,
my whole life.
I think we should do 1 week where you eat meat and 1 week where you don't eat meat. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, you see him, he's like, I get
She
it, a
cares.
compromise, whatever. By the way, let me tell you this. If she was coming to meet me and did that at the airport, when she went back home and her friends were like, what was America like? She would describe the airport because that's all she would see.
Yeah.
I would instantly go to the fucking counter. I'd be like, one ticket back to where, Cass?
Kiev.
Boom. 1 ticket back to Kiev. Send her ass home. That is, what kind of person
Yeah.
could put up with that? Now, by the way, this is the tip of the iceberg. Now, there's not much
Ay,
left. But they're in a car, and he goes to work like 5 a.m., drives 2 hours to work, works for 8 hours, whatever, drives home 2 hours, it might even be more, gets home, and of course she's like, I want to go out to dinner. He's like, okay, takes her out to dinner. In the car on the way to dinner, she goes, what is this I saw? What the fuck noise was that, Cass?
Had some snot in there or something.
Holy shit. Whoa.
Do a
Man, I've
line?
never sniffed and derailed a pod before. That's a new one.
Well, you're making Jamie's fucking New Year's resolution
Sorry,
come true.
dude.
So.
Hey, I didn't mean to breathe. Go
That's
ahead.
it. It's all. I can't say angry.
So loud.
Cassim just makes me so happy. It
Okay,
was-
so they're going to dinner. I feel like I felt the booger go up your neck. It almost was like a relief. I was like, yes, that
booger
dry thing is
that
gone.
you take a zoom out for it's just floating in
Yeah.
space right now somewhere. That booger's now at the moon.
100%.
It's on top of my brain. For sure.
Yeah, it's stuck forever in your brain, your frontal
I had to blow
cortex.
my nose for a while.
Yeah, clearly.
So
Anyways,
they're in the fucking car. he just did he drove to work, came home, she's like, I want to go to dinner. He goes, okay, fine. I'll take you out to dinner. In the car on the way to dinner, she goes, on Google today, I saw this waterfall that's here. Sui waterfall, whatever the fuck it was. He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah, it's a waterfall. It's 2 hours away. It's beautiful.
Which waterfall is it?
Come on, Cass.
A Sui.
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 So it was like Souix.
Sue.
Oh, please. Go. Sue is as I have an Aunt Sue. She doesn't spell it like that, okay? SUE, babe.
That's right.
So we go.
That's so on brand.
We go
Hashtag Sue.
We go to dinner. And we should do a hat. Sue. They're on their way to dinner, right? And she goes, the waterfall, and she goes, okay, well, I want to go. And he's like, all right, well, it's 2 hours away. Like, what I'll do is I'll plan a weekend. We'll go. She goes, I want to go right now. And he goes, well, but it's 2 hours away. It's like nighttime. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, so you won't take me? Yeah.
That's terrible.
She starts put it. I'm sitting in bed, as worked up as I am now, alone. Right. Like day 3. Like, I haven't seen anyone on day 3. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Like, I get so worked up with it. And this poor guy is like, in the interviews on the side, he's like, yeah, well, I understand she's in a new country. And I'm like, no. This has nothing to do with her being in a new country. She's like,
is he saving her from something? Like, is she in like a bad situation over there?
She's coming out of the Ukraine.
If she was, wouldn't she be grateful?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like what? No, I can't tell you. And by the way, we talk about this, right? And people say, like, I have friends who go, like, oh man, you must be lonely like this. And I go, oh yeah. Like I like Bo, Bo's like, oh man, Rob must be so lonely. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so lonely. Like, am I supposed to feel lonely? Only time I feel lonely is when I'm worked up over 90 Day Fiance and I got no one to tell it to. And I especially know because I've come here and neither of you watch it. Yeah. So it's like, I'm looking around my room. I'm like, I wish there was a girl here and I could just fucking I have so many feelings about 90 Day Fiance.
We need a 90 Day Fiance text friend for Rob.
Well, I have those, but it's just not the same. I also don't bring my phone in bed. It's a crazy OCD thing.
Oh, the waves?
Yeah, but it's like germs. I don't want the germs around. Just the whole.
You could like clean your phone.
I know I do with alcohol. It doesn't matter. It's just like I don't like the idea. My bed is very sacred. Like I don't like things in it except for me and sheets.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, look, I don't watch it, but I have been watching the Salt Lake City Housewives show. Have you?
I haven't had a lot of time lately, so I've only had time for OC and Southern Charm.
You're watching Bridgerton.
Oh yeah, well that's why.
Jimmy, you can't tell the truth here and they get caught up in your lies.
I didn't get caught. I don't have time. You didn't let me finish talking.
This is a guy on Bridgerton.
The OC, Southern Chime, and Bridgerton. Oh, have you seen him? Is he so hot? He has like 1 million followers right now. Hold.
Is he a fresh-faced actor? Is he a new on the scene?
No, he's been around a minute, I think.
He has like 1 million followers right now.
Right now he does.
He's so followed right now.
Where is he?
I'm gonna follow him right now. We discussed in
now he has 1.9. Yesterday he had 1.1. Now he has 1.9.
God, if we could just
is
tap
the power
into that.
of Bridgerton.
Oh, he's a black man?
Yep.
Oh, incredible. Yeah, no, that's
so hot.
So okay, now, and he's British, and he's got an accent. Oh, he's got a good body too, man. That's like looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Woo.
Cass, you're really turned on by that guy, huh?
Oh, man, that guy's real good looking. As we were describing earlier in this podcast, long-form pornography, and I can see why.
Yeah.
This man had abs of steel.
Great story in this porn.
So each episode is an hour, and then you've got to spend
minutes.
How much time alone after you watch each episode?
It doesn't make me
You get
do
no
that.
princess time?
No princess time after.
I've got some email.
Call back.
Okay.
Shoot, babe. I'm
gonna
shoot.
Shoot, babe.
I'm gonna shoot. Devout PJ Pants person. This is from Dalton. He says, hey, PJ Pants. I'm on my first run-through of all your episodes after getting hooked into Rob's fandom of YMH and his fun dynamic with Jamie. Mixed with Kasim's nerdy and not-so-hidden rage, y'all make my day. I get so pumped with every new episode that comes out. On episode 40, you guys wonder if any fans had ever watched Sopranos or Kasim's early YouTube stuff, and I'll admit...
Hadn't watched?
Man. We're going to do a take 2. And Gabby, go ahead and take action. On episode 40, you guys wonder if any fans had ever watched Sopranos or Kasim's early YouTube stuff, and I admit I am. That still doesn't make sense to me. I'm 30, and I kind of missed the boat on both. I just love all your personalities.
I think you meant
had never
not
watched.
Yeah.
Had never. You didn't say the word never. Say it again.
Okay, and take 3. Gabby, and take 3.
Leave
this
it
is why
all
you
in.
should be reading these. On episode... And take 4. On episode 40, you guys wonder if any fans had never watched Sopranos or Kasim's early YouTube stuff, and I admit I am.
I didn't. He means I didn't.
But that's what I've been saying.
Just say I did.
said that
Just
the thing
don't
was
call it
wrong. I don't know. I'm just reading
wrote
it.
it.
I don't know
Don't
what's
call
right.
it out for a
Every word
typo.
is new to me. I don't know the full sentence
You
until
never
it's been
even
read.
said the word never.
On episode 40, you guys wonder if any fans had never watched Sopranos or Kasim's early YouTube stuff, and I'll admit I didn't.
There you go.
I'm 30 and kind of missed the boat on both. I just love all your personalities and fun antics. Keep it up. Question. What is your ideal home location? Beachside, lakeside, mountaintop with acreage, suburbia, downtown big city, deep rural? Fuck, that's a tough word. Rural. Personally, I think a lakeside house in the mountains is ideal, but there has to be internet because I like my video games and TV streaming, just like any other sane millennial. Also, kind of hate having neighbors closer than a half a mile. Let me know. XOXO Dalton.
What are the options again? Beachside, lakeside.
Let me run you through them. Beachside, lakeside, mountaintop with acreage, suburbia, downtown big city, deep rural.
If I had my dream,
I would say, go ahead.
No,
What's
no,
yours?
no.
Yours is beachside and downtown.
Jamie knows me like a bike over him. I want a place in Manhattan, like a sick condo, 2-bedroom, not for cats, but just 2-bedroom, and then I want a beach house.
Yeah,
That's
know
what I
that.
want. That's my dream.
And then I would want mountain with acreage, but I want to know that like other houses are near me. I don't want to be secluded, but I want not the acreage, like half an acre, so my kids can like have a little baseball game.
Right. It's always the houses that don't have neighbors for miles are the ones where you get murdered.
Yeah, you know.
Or you get a Bigfoot encounter, which.
Well, you know what I was thinking about was I was like, oh, after COVID, all my neighbors were probably outside all the time, and they've just heard me yell at my kids all the time. They've heard us yell at each other for a lot of the past.
That's
few
all we
months.
hear.
I think that's totally. I think that's people identify with that sort of stuff. They go, "There's a
they?
normal family."
Do they?
Yeah.
I know how comfortable I am with you guys that like after you guys yell at the kids and then like later you apologize to me, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I don't even know.
You don't. I know. It's just the way it still feels.
I think
great.
we're so close. I'm gonna start hitting your kids for you.
Yeah.
I've never done it. Someone should.
What about you, Cass?
I think I'd love I love the idea of a mountain house with a lake nearby, but ultimately I would be happy near the beach. I know you would be. Oh, this guy.
I'm Mr.
Loves the beach.
This guy loves the
My
beach.
feet are in the sand. This
My feet are in the sand, dude.
so I obviously no more fucking crazy porns for me. So I got my last crazy thing I saw in a porn. I was watching a porn and this girl had an ankle bracelet on like for like probation or whatever.
Ugh.
They just didn't
Love
address
that.
it. That's crazy. Like how do you not work that into the plot?
Yeah.
Like do something. Like just the whole time, like all I can focus on. I'm like, now I'm not, instead of jerking off, I'm thinking about like, oh, I got to talk about this on Pajama Pants. This is hilarious. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like this is such a funny thing. And then you don't really see those titles anymore that are like, you know, Goodwill Humping. Like those like,
Parody.
yeah,
Yeah.
parody titles. But I saw one the other day that made me laugh. And it was like, Nice Guys Finish Twice. I thought that was nice.
That is cute.
Yeah, it made me, it was like a warm,
Little
like,
chuckle?
oh, that's, yeah, I was like, that's nice.
You know, that's
nice.
kind of true too. Here's why. My first go around, I will come a little faster
Mm-hmm.
than
Of course.
Okay.
Especially no conned. Whew.
So what I would like to do is just get mine out of the way
Yeah.
real fast.
You say,
know?
hey, babe, this is for me.
Once mine's out of the way,
It's
I
such
will
a cast thing to do.
I will just go down on you.
So you.
I'll eat you out. I'll finger you while I'm eating you out. I'll play with your butt. I'll eat your butt. I won't eat your butt. But I want to get you to the point where you can go. And then after you go, I'm back in for seconds.
Tell me
That's
when-
what a nice guy. Hang on, Jamie.
I just like it when
I
you go
wanna-
I think this is exactly
You're
what
going too
Bridgerton is
far.
like. I'm
This
imagining.
is just
not.
imagine this is Bridgerton. Imagine me.
She's uncomfortable. She said stop.
That's the
I'm going to
cleaner
read one
version.
last email.
What's your problem?
Okay. Hey, up, we out of here. I have been a fan of Rob and Jamie almost all my life, thanks to Sopranos, and found the pod right before the world ended, and was happy when both Jamie and Rob showed up with one of my on my favorite show, Your Mom's House. Where were you, Cass? Playing video games like a nerd?
See, it's karma.
Probably.
I inhale 10 Benadryl, pull my jeans up, and follow Proto by listening and watching another of my favorite shows each week. My name is Mike. My question is this. When did you guys realize that you may have a substance abuse problem? I'm asking because before the start of the pandemic, I began to drink heavily almost every night and buying a lot of weed every week. My job and personal life was not being impacted, but I was looking forward to my next drink. I know weed does not have any addictive properties, but I find myself counting down the minutes until another fatty boom batty. I'm trying to cut back on both, but can't think of any way to alleviate stress at the moment. Thanks for the countless hours of entertainment. I love the dark that Cass and Ron bring to the table, with Jamie's kindness centering it all. Keep on feathering it. Mike. P.S. When will you guys sell pajama pants? Good question. We're talking about it.
Cass, when did you realize? Go take it, buddy. You thrive in this. You love.
You're the one with the great stories, dude. My life just became utter shit. And every day couldn't end soon enough. When I'd wake up, I'd repeat the same patterns all over again. And yet, there I was, powerless.
Can we get a close-up?
I couldn't stop drinking, couldn't stop smoking. I only felt at ease in those first 2 to 4 beers. After that, there was no telling what I'd get into. Mostly not good stuff.
The only kiss I wanted from a loved one was my lips on that bottle.
Yeah, look, it sounds like you could have something that needs to be addressed. You're drinking heavily every night and you're spending a lot of money on weed.
It's also like a very stressful time right now. Is this an odd time to judge anything?
But how do you deal with your stress?
You're right.
Do you drink heavily and smoke weed a lot?
I was smoking weed a lot, and I've cut back.
I think we have to be
Greatly.
careful in this pandemic of giving people a pass of saying it's okay, this is temporary, because people do deal with things differently. But if you find yourself dealing with things in this way, and you have friends that are also dealing with it in different ways, maybe healthier ways, maybe they exercise, and you find yourself repeatedly in this pattern, just maybe take a time out to reassess, or maybe hit a meeting up or do something that might enable you to talk to somebody else about whether or not you think you have a problem. I think that's it's definitely okay to feel anxiety and feel bad during this time. It's how we're dealing with it, I think, is where most people split ways,
And some things are easier, like painkillers. It's like, how did I know I was addicted? Well, when I stopped taking them, I got sick, which is fun.
Right.
Super fun.
Withdrawals.
Like a little, your body.
Yeah, so there's that. And then Xanax, same thing. Like, you try to stop taking Xanax, good fucking luck. But yeah, with weed and drinking, it's harder to know. But I think when it starts to damage your life in a way, or relationships around you, and you know that, and you still can't stop, I think that's a real sign.
Yeah. In the face of consequences, do you continue to do what you do, or do you stop? That's about it. There's a question you can take if you go to AA.whatever the website
Org.
is. There's 20 questions you can take.
Oh, that's good.
And they might, give you a little more insight into whether or not you think you may have a problem. And that's the same thing for narcotics, weed. They've all got their own thing. Gambling. I mean, it manifests in so many different ways. So
yeah. Well, good for you, Mike, for having the awareness.
Just to
even
send the
ask
email
that.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, you should, give yourself kudos for that.
I noticed, like, I can only, we've talked about this. Me and Jamie talked about it on the way home from another podcast, but it was like, I only really became addicted to the things that, like, I think the reason I'm okay with weed is, like, it doesn't alter my reality at all. Like, sometimes I don't smoke weed for 3 months, and then sometimes I smoke twice in a week, and so, like, I'm just like, oh, this is, like, it's like you feel like right after you jerked off or something, like, you're just a little more like, oh, okay, like, and I don't smoke, like, blunts until I'm like, my brain is, it's just like, I take a hit off a bowl sometimes, especially if I'm like, if I hurt myself in the gym or I have some kind of pain, like, it's really nice and this. But I think my thing is, like, if I did something that would alter my reality, I feel like I would want that more. I'd want to chase it more. I'd want to, like, I'd want to dabble in. I would sit around waiting until the next time I thought there was a chance to alter my reality.
Yeah.
Because it took me until I was, 30 years old to just be happy in reality, like be happy where I was and wake up and be like, oh, I don't want to get out of here. And I think yoga was a big thing for me that like changed everything, where I was like, holy shit. Yoga is just crazy. Yoga is a really great thing. I think if you're looking for one thing to do, you just do yoga, and it's great. It sounds like goofy or whatever, but you learn.
You connect a lot to your body.
Yeah. And you it's like they talk about it's dealing with, in your life, you're always dealing with resistance, whether it's from people or things, or I want this or I want that. And the way you deal with resistance is by going outward. You lash out at people, you will get in fights with people, you do this. And in yoga, you're forced to just deal with that resistance for an hour, quiet, not say anything. And normally it's like, oh, if I'm in this uncomfortable thing, I figure out my brain is figuring out how to get out of it always. Where with yoga, you get into this uncomfortable thing and it's like, oh, my brain knows I have to stay here.
You got to sit in it.
Yeah. And you're like, this is it. So
that's so great.
How do I react to that? And you just start learning things about yourself. It's really
great.
Bizarre.
I've never really heard yoga described that way, and it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yoga's great if I enjoyed it because I try and meditate, but I'm one of those people where meditations just doesn't take as easy. And so when I'm doing a thing like yoga and it's like a moving meditation, it's a lot easier, and you can still kind of hit the same sort of, I don't know, brainwave or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's also never been a better time to look into going to a meeting. They're all online right now for the most part. You don't have to like physically like do that. Like, is there a meeting here? You can just go online to a Zoom meeting. They're happening all day, whatever town you're in. That's a great way to just start.
Yeah.
I think it's weird because when I first did yoga, it blew me away. Like it was insane how it changed like everything in my head. And then I stopped doing yoga for a while and I started working out and meditating together. And then I realized like just working out doesn't do it and just meditating doesn't do it. It gives you those two things in one thing, and it's fucking, it's the best.
That's awesome.
Highly recommend.
All right.
You see that? See how I fucking saved Jamie's head space from you? You
absolutely.
You did. You
Headspace is on.
I know, that's what I have to do.
Headspace is on Netflix now.
What?
Headspace.
Oh, the meditation thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So check that out too.
Cool.
It's
shout out to Netflix.
I have a feeling that they probably don't have the full app features on them, but it's a great way to try it out for free.
Yeah.
Is that it? Look, that's an episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell. That way you know when our videos go live, which is every Tuesday mornings right now on YouTube. We're on Instagram, Pajama Pants Pod. We're on Twitter, Pajama Pants Pod. I want to give a shout out to Gracias California for the sweet hoodie and the sweatshirt Rob has. Check them out, graciascalifornia.com. And that's all I have. Oh, our subreddit, r/Pajama Pants Pod. People that are fans of the show, having conversations, discussions. They're memeing. They're like totally memeing us.
Oh, I want to see the memes.
Oh my God, there's so many good ones.
Send me them.
Thank you guys for listening. We love it.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.